Hi, welcome to Friday Q&A. If you can hear me, feel free to say hello in the chat because I can't exactly tell what's happening right now with the live stream. Oh, hi, Ashley. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the live call. Super happy to be here with you today. It's been several weeks since I've been live on YouTube. And really happy to be back. I just flew in from Europe last night, so I'm a little jet lagged. But welcome back to Kaia Ra Official, our YouTube channel for the Sophia Code movement. And feel free to introduce yourself, bonjour, in the live chat, or if you're watching on the video replay, the comment feed. We love to know who you are, where you're watching from, and it gives us an opportunity to get to know you through. Hi, great to see you, Whitney. Rachel's tuning in from the Wales, United Kingdom, Dragon Country. Love that. Stephanie sharing, so happy to have you back. Thank you. So happy to be here with you, Stephanie. Hi, Corey. Welcome, Leah. We've got some team angels here in the live chat. So if you have any questions at all about anything that I'm sharing about, you can always reach out to our team angels in the live chat. So for those of you just popping in now, I just got in late last night. My flight was delayed back from Italy. So still acclimating to the time zone here. Hi. And every Friday when I'm available to do it on based on my travel schedule and my work schedule, I go live here to take one question live here on YouTube, and then we pop over to our weekly live stream in the Sophia Code app, where I go live for a whole half hour with our subscribers on the path of the initiate. And that's where I get to go even deeper with these teachings. I get to unhinge and not be censored or shadow banned for some of the topics that I like to talk about. Thank you so much for welcoming me back. And yeah, so we're going to do one question here. And then if you'd like to keep going with us, we'll be on the Sophia Code app for the Path of the Initiate live stream feature. So really happy to be back with each of you. Sophia is at my feet saying hello as well. As many of you know, Sophia, my 2-year-old cat, loves to be a part of YouTube Live. She always kind of hangs out once I go live. It's super cute. And today's question, I actually really like this question a lot because, hi, welcome. It's a topic that I feel as though a lot of people suffer from, but don't actually feel safe enough to talk about it out loud. And it's really important to me that, you know, I can only say it enough, as many times as I can. Like, people are only going to believe what they're going to believe. But for me, and for this platform, it's important to me that we know we're safe enough to talk about any topic in regards to spirituality at all. We might not always agree on those topics, but that we're safe enough to connect on challenging topics, hard feelings, and to have honest conversations about those parts of life that don't fit into a neat little box, but they're a part of welcoming us into, invoking us into our greatest empowerment. And so today's question that I'm going to read from my phone comes from Alice. Hi, everyone. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat if you're just joining us live. So Alice writes in that she feels that she says, a part of me still gets jealous and compares my own spiritual development to other people's spiritual development. I don't know how to move past this. What do you recommend? And I want to thank you, Alice, for your transparency and your willingness to, share that this is a really hard feeling for you, that you're navigating in your spiritual journey, that I can assure you so many people that I talk to can relate to this feeling. And jealousy is a very, very powerful force of wounded consciousness that can unexpectedly appear along the spiritual journey as we are headed towards deepening our relationship with our own worth, our own self-love, our own self-respect. And I'm so grateful for your transparency, Alice, because I think jealousy has touched everyone along their spiritual journey. As we reach for an understanding that our creator, our source, our divine mother, she loves us equally. She made us all so unique. And that was part of her love for us. And our uniqueness, it's so easy to compare our uniqueness to the uniqueness of another. But the truth is that we tend to do that when we've hit a roadblock with how much we're willing to love the one within us that's looking for our attention. And the one within us that's looking for our attention is the one that wants to know that she or he or they inside of you are extremely special, that there's nothing lacking about them. There's nothing wrong with where you're at in your spiritual journey, that there's actually a perfect divine plan according to your higher self for you to be exactly where you're at in this present moment. And the tricky thing about this part of being human, we can call it the ego structure, we can call it the wounded part of our humanity, but even that can sound like a judgment, when we're really looking to punish ourselves for our human experience. And so we'll just call it the part of us that just simply wants more love. And that part of us, when it feels jealousy, the question that is really being asked is, am I okay exactly where I'm at? Am I loved exactly where I'm at? Is it okay to be on a journey and not expect perfection from myself or from life? Because life is messy. Being human is messy. It's filled with ups and downs and insights and confusion and enlightenment and despair. There's such a rich tapestry of the human experience. It's always calling us into a surrender, into a deeper relationship with our own heart and with the heart of God. And whatever you call source, whatever you call God. And so when we start to compare ourselves to another or compare our journey to the journey of others, what's really happening there? You've reached a place in your spiritual journey where you have loved yourself enough. Isn't this interesting? Where you have loved yourself enough to actually be around other people on their spiritual journey. Where you have loved yourself enough that you've placed yourself around a larger network of individuals that are on their own unique spiritual journey, probably even struggling with their own spiritual journey privately. Beyond, what you may perceive as someone ahead of you, they might be secretly at night wondering if they're okay in their journey. And so what's interesting is self-love will bring us to a certain level of growth, which then expands our world, expands our network. And then we may start to hit a wall with what we're willing to see inside of ourselves, that there's still more to love. There's still more to reclaim. There's still more to accept within us along that journey. And so when you start to notice that part of you comparing yourself to others, what's happening is you've loved yourself enough to expand your world, to come into contact with other amazing people such as yourself. And you get to be on that vulnerable edge of learning how to love yourself at the next level. It's tapping you into the next level of your empowerment, the next level of self-compassion, the next level of your personal peace, regardless of who you meet in all circumstances. And that's the kind of power that you're seeking to feel in your spiritual journey. That love is your power. And that love is going to guide you to all the development that you're ready to experience in this lifetime, because you love yourself enough to take the journey. And that feeling jealousy doesn't mean you're somehow off of your path. It's just simply parts of your heart calling for more love from you. And the good news is you don't even have to make up that love. You can invoke your higher self. You can invoke Sophia, God, Source, whatever you call Source, to download you with more unconditional love, to connect you into the source of all love. Because when we feel that feeling of jealousy, it can be hard to tap into feelings of divine love, because we're really starting to go in on ourselves when that occurs. And that's, kind of the relief that the spiritual journey provides is the discovery that you don't have to make love up. You don't have to create love from scratch. Love is all around you. Love is within you. Love is above you and behind you and ahead of you and clearing the path before you. And so jealousy becomes an invitation to tune into the divine love that is compassionately creating this life experience for you to even have your human experience. And it's ready to help you as soon as you turn to it in prayer or meditation, or even just a thought of like, help me, God, I don't want to feel jealous of this person. I want to feel like I'm a blesser of this person. I want to thank this person for, showing me, helping me to invoke my next level of self-acceptance, my next level of personal growth, my next level of self-love. How is this landing for you? Do you have any questions about what I've shared? Feel free to share in the chat if you have any additional questions about the process of recognizing that jealousy is a call to deepen in your self-love practice, to deepen in your self-empowerment. Car is sharing, beautifully said. Thank you, Car. Julie is sharing, I love this imagery so much. Thank you, Julie. I think when we take the time to breathe into the really hard feelings, the really hard feelings help us pivot. Because we know, oh, this feels uncomfortable. I don't want to judge someone. I don't want to compare myself to someone. I know this doesn't feel good. Like the not feeling good is the invitation to pivot back to the source, the true source of what can help us feel good, which is our source, our higher self, the truth that Sophia created us equal. She loves us equally, and she created our unique souls and helped us create these unique lifetimes for a very important purpose. And sometimes the places that are the most broken in us are the vessels for the greatest amount of light to come through us. Tabitha is sharing, I have a harder time loving my humanity versus spirit, versus her higher self. And that is so fair. It's like we're taught to judge our humanity from the moment we come into this world as though there's something wrong with it, as though there's something lacking in the human experience. And the reality is that we wouldn't have chosen to become human unless it was deeply serving our spiritual development. And so a lot of the bumps and bruises that we experience in the human journey, it creates, if we're willing to pay attention, it's an opportunity for us to grab the spiritual gold, to tune into a level of loving ourselves that maybe we wouldn't access in a perfect divine, where there's no issues and no confrontations and no problems to face or to solve or to be challenged by. It's like these challenges of growth they teach us, they expand our ability to love others because it's expanding our ability to love our own hearts. On this journey of traveling, I got to really expand in my ability to love my own heart. Traveling brings up so many opportunities to feel frustrated or overwhelmed or confused. And it was by continually tuning into loving my own heart and being kind to my own heart that allowed for kindness to flow through me, maybe when I didn't want to be kind, because there were challenges along the way. And, there were moments where I thought, wow, well, there shouldn't be challenges that come up on vacation. I'm like, who says who? It says who? It's like being human is filled with opportunities to grow. And especially when we're traveling, to expand in our ability of loving our own hearts and how that love can impact others, both the people that you're with, as well as the people that are just meeting you for the first time. So I know it's hard to hear, but every time you lean into those uncomfortable growth edges, your ability to love yourself expands, and your ability to love yourself, that expanded ability to love yourself, is the solution for all forms of jealousy. Because when you love yourself, you realize you're not lacking anything at all. There's nothing wrong with your journey. And it even teaches you how to be more compassionate with the one within you that feels that there's a problem. And so I'm not saying that that's always feels easy, because very often it feels really, really hard. But when you reach for the love, when you reach for your higher self to help you download that love of source, when you lean into self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-honor, self-gratitude, these are all divine virtues that Green Tarot teaches us about in chapter 8 of the Sophia Code. You are healing any feelings of jealousy within you. You are meeting jealousy without punishment and with compassion. So meet jealousy within you with the compassion of your own self-love. Thank you so much, everyone, for your comments. I have loved witnessing your comments today in the live chat. If you have thoughts about this conversation and you want to share your own insights in the video replay comment field, that would be so cool. I love reading everyone's comments. And also, if you could support this free offering by liking this video and subscribing to my channel right now, all it takes is a couple of clicks. That's super supportive, and I'm immensely grateful to you for supporting this channel and the Sophia Code movement. Thank you, everyone, for your articulate thoughts and your shares, and for loving yourself more today. You are my inspiration, and I'm so happy to be here with you whenever I can be. Thanks for all your well wishes, and I'm going to head over to the Sophia Code live stream right now, the Sophia Code app live stream, where we're going to continue today's Q&A with our beautiful team angels. Love you all so much. Have a blessed and beautiful day or evening wherever you are. Ciao.